Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Today, my friends, we are talking about what you focus on, what you focus on in your mind. You see, you may or may not have heard of a book called The Secret, The Law of Attraction. Now, I'm not here to argue for or against. I can only tell you in my experience what has worked for me. In my life, when I've focused on negativity, doubt, when I have, beat myself up or moped about my situation, it hasn't helped my situation. So if you wake up one morning and you feel like the world is after you and you feel like that people have it out for you, it's likely that you may experience something that proves that to be true. It's not a hard concept. People get hung up on whether this can be explained by science, or I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not a scientist. I can tell you in my experience, when I've focused on being positive, when I focused on being a positive person, surrounding myself around positive people, the end result has been that I'm more happier. Imagine that. Now, it doesn't take a scientist for you to understand. It just makes sense, right? So when you go throughout your day, when you have situations that arise, you really have two options. You can focus on the negative aspect of it. You can focus on the fact that you may not be where you're at in life, that you want to be in life. You can focus on not having enough money in your bank account. You can focus on, the things that people have done to you in the past and use that as a scapegoat of why you can't be the person that you want to be. Or on the opposite side of that, you can have a positive mindset about what is going on. You can take one good thing away from the situation, that even in the most tragic of situations, there's always something that we can take from and learn from that experience and allow us to grow. So we can focus on that. So we can move past the hurts, the hang up, the disappointment. And really, that's how I see the law of attraction. Now, some people may say, well, I don't believe if I just sit there and I close my eyes and I focus on money that it's going to come in my bank account. That's not what I'm saying. You still have to go out there and work your ass off for anything that you want in this life. What I'm saying is that if you focus your energies towards, figuring out how you can change your life, putting, yourself in a situation where you are surrounded by people that can help you, where you're thinking positively and you're not looking at the negative of every single situation that comes up in your life, I can almost guarantee you that the end result of that is going to be something good. It's inevitable. At some point, it has to get better. You have to work. You have to do things. You can't just sit around and wait for it. Waiting doesn't do any good. And so the message today is to focus your efforts around being positive. There's going to be negative situations that happen. There's going to be negative people that come into your life. But the one thing that you do have the ability to basically to determine is your attitude about how you're going to handle that situation. And your attitude can be positive. Your attitude can be negative. There's really only two ways you can go. So growth is the positive, and degeneration is just being negative about the situation. Focus on being positive, surround yourself by positive people, and see positive things happen in your life. I want you to do that for me today. If you're saying, I don't believe in all this stuff, I don't believe in this, it's hocus pocus, man. You're trying to put a little sprinkle, some fairy dust on me to get me to believe something I don't want to believe. Do this. Visualize something that you want in your life to happen today. Start visualizing, who the people that you want to be surrounded on. Start visualizing the spouse, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the people that you want to have in your life, and just observe what happens. Just have awareness of the things that start happening in your life, and you'll start to see changes.